Your ass better call somebody!
Now I know that most of you have seen my video on how to contain the post fade, and normally it works pretty okay, but there's some times where the post fade just seems pretty unstoppable, and this was case in point in this game. He was running an offense consisting of basically Dirk at the high post, Monte and Chandler Parsons in the corner, and then Tyson near the rim to throw a lob to if I helped off, which I did a lot as you can see in this gameplay. But man, I mean, every time down the fucking court, yo, post fade after post fade. And I had the Hawks. I figured this was a decent matchup, and I've never seen this guy play before, so I wasn't really expecting the post fade. I mean, I know I see people pick the Mavericks, and they do it occasionally, so I sort of expected it somewhat, I would say, I guess, maybe, but not every time. So what I had to do on offense was pretty much just abuse Kyle Korver and DeMar Carroll's shooting ability in this game. Right here at the nice lob to Paul Millsap. I really don't go into the post too much with either Millsap or Horford, just because I don't really trust the post, and the only decent post move is the post fade, and I didn't want to be that guy who did the post fade every possession, but unfortunately he was, and as you can see, just every time down the court, post fade with Dirk. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. I mean, is this what 2K has become every time down the court? Either a post fade, or if I help with two people, or help off a shooter, he pass it out, or lob it to Tyson. But man, Korver was on this game, and actually, if it wasn't for Korver, I probably would have gotten blown out, and that's not a good sign this late in the year, in July or August, getting blown out in 2K. But he gets a dunk right through a Rondo, goes right back to the post fade, misses that time, and the post fade is so weird because I've seen people hit it over three people, and then I've seen them miss on one-on-one versus CPU. Just making no sense, but Korver comes up huge with his three to end the half right there from basically 30-something feet, all net right there. Find DeMar Carroll in the corner, gonna come back again, gonna find Korver, and like I said, he was on, not missing. Earlier in the year, when the game first dropped, I could not hit with Korver, but I think just since patch 4, Korver has just been a beast. Oh, and also that's another way to contain the post fade. You can kind of rip him with your guard because they really don't call a reach and foul while you're there, but he would end up posting Teague. I was playing a 2-3 zone, and I wanted Dirk to post up Korver so I could rip him with Teague, but he would keep posting up Teague for some reason, and if he tried to post up Horford, Chandler was right there for the lob, so there was really nothing I can do, and I wasn't going to play man because he would have just torched Millsap. And later in the game, I think about prior to the third actually, a few minutes back before this, I put Horford on Dirk for defensive purposes, and it really didn't help either because Horford is still considered short for his position, even though he's listed at like 6'11". I don't know how that's short for a center, but I guess it is according to NBA scouts, and it still didn't help. Like I said, I really don't have a 7-footer that can guard Dirk in the post fade, so I really had hope for him to miss. Right here hits a contested three with Parsons, and I think that might be the most annoying aspect of the game now with patch 4 is that you really cannot give up anything. Like in basketball, you would attack the weakness or abuse something on offense, right? And sometimes on defense, the players or the coach on defense would be willing to give up something on the offensive end to their players. You know, if they make it, you live with it. If they don't, okay, that's how we worked our plan out. But in patch 4, you really can't do that. Like, you can't give up open threes, you can't let them shoot, you can't let them post fade, you can't leave off the center to help because there's a lob there. So there's just so many things you have to worry about in the game this year, at least with the patch 4. And he's going back to Dirk. I think Dirk had like 35 or 37, something wild at the end. But I get it back to Millsap, find Carroll in the corner, and Carroll going to the Raptors, as you guys know. I think Bazemore can fill the role for the small forward, but he gets another post fade, a contested one, right over my face. We're going back and forth. 2-point game, gonna post fade again, and actually it passes out. I thought he traveled there, but they didn't call it. They've actually never called it. Actually, when he passes out, he takes about 3 to 4 steps, and it's just ridiculous. But he post fades again, up 1 point. Gonna find Bazemore in the corner, And I'm surprised he actually hit this because I brought him in because Carroll was sort of fatigued and he needed time to rest. But he's coming back down the court with Rondo. Gonna probably go to Dirk. I know that, right? He gets the ball to Dirk anyway. Goes to the rim for the easy dunk. Uncontested. Tie ball game 61-61. And coming up right here, I don't know how that fucking happened, yo. Chandler Parsons had to at least have like a 45, 50-inch vert on that jump to block the lob attempt at Paul Millsap right there. But I find Korver in the corner. Kyle Corner right there for the free ball. 1 point game, 65-64. And you guys know it. I know it. He's going to Dirk, right? Has to be going to Dirk. Or he's going to pass out if the open shot is there. I think I'm playing man this possession. I'm not even sure, to be honest. But he fumbles, gets the ball back to Dirk. And I thought for sure I was going to lose on this, but he misses it. Game's over. Korver actually went perfect from the field. But if you enjoyed it, drop a like and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.
You didn't know? Your ass better call somebody.